It is time to tell you what's going to happen at the World Cup final. I know what's going to happen.
How do you know, Theo?
I've worked it out in my brain. Last night I had a dream and I know what will happen between France and Argentina.
Well, if you've had a dream, I want 12,000 likes.
12,000 likes, forget that. Get 20k likes before I give my prediction and it will happen.
He's in a good mood today, isn't he, everyone?
We're about to watch an amazing World Cup final. We need our prediction, but first, do you know what? It's our final video sitting down here in our Qatar apartment. How about we give some respect to this country?
I didn't know what to expect when I came here, but what a trip we've had.
To be honest, when I expected it, because of the English media bias, I thought pretty bad things. I didn't expect them to be able to handle the amount of fans coming over here. I didn't think it would be very well run with the metro system. I didn't think it would be easy to get to stadiums, and I thought there'd be lots of problems. Actually, there's been nothing. We've actually been able to have some time off and go to the desert and appreciate the local culture. Everything has gone swimmingly, from getting cheap Ubers to getting the metro, which they built for free for people to use. The stadiums have been beautiful and easily accessible. We're sitting here in our Qatar apartment. I don't want to leave it.
I think, Theo, the thing that struck me, the people here are the friendliest you can possibly imagine. Nothing is a problem. We're going to go home, Theo, with loads of presents.
The reason you have a Qatar shirt with Thogden on the back is because a local Qatari lad went to the shop and paid for it and then offered it to me whilst I was having an Arabic dinner inside his family home, welcomed us into this country, and it's been an amazing trip. And what a World Cup. So many upsets, so many stories.
It's been absolutely brilliant. It's been a very open World Cup, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Loads of teams could have won it. The organisation's been brilliant. The metro's been brilliant.
Yeah.
The people, that's what I'll remember.
Well, there's a lot more about the country rather than just the football, and I think
Yes.
I'd recommend that to anyone that wants to visit Qatar. Do it. Fly over here, experience it. The stadiums and the football's been great, but even on the days off, we've enjoyed it, and it's something new. Everyone questioned whether you can have a World Cup in Qatar, whether you can have a World Cup in the desert. They've proven all the haters wrong. All the media won't speak about it enough. But let's get into the third place match. Now, this is going to be massive. Morocco versus Croatia. Both of them will want to get that bronze medal, won't they?
They certainly will, Theo. Now, Morocco, they have stolen the hearts of the world, haven't they? They were the first African semi-finalists in history, the first Arabic semi-finalists in history.
Yeah.
What a team, Theo. 4 clean sheets in 6 games. I think this could be a low-scoring game, Theo. Now, Croatia, 6 games. They've only actually won one of them in 90 minutes. They are an irritant. They are a hard team to beat.
Do you think they're going to be tired with back-to-back extra time and penalty wins to then get battered by Argentina? It seemed like they were a little bit tired. And it's funny because they went from winning 3-0 against Argentina the time before for the World Cup to losing 3-0 at a knockout stage. Are they beaten down? Do they really want to win a third-place playoff when they were at a World Cup final in Russia?
I think this is going to be a good game, Theo.
Do you think Croatia care is my question?
I think both teams care.
Because I'm not sure they will. They've got world-class players. They thought they could win this competition.
No, I think it matters a lot, Theo.
Really?
It's a very proud, small nation of 4 million people, and I think coming 3rd or 4th matters to them.
Do you know what I think Croatia should do is they should rotate. They should start Mislav Orsic. They should play Livaya, the big striker. Don't go with Kramaric. For me, it's time to mix it up. You've got Croatian talent off the bench. We saw that because they're the ones who got the contributions and the penalty goals when they needed it.
Ivana will be there. I reckon hundreds of Croatians will stay on for this. And overall, I think they are a better team slightly than the Morocco team. I think in terms of exhaustion, those Moroccan lads are knackered.
But if we're talking about fans, nothing's better than Morocco. It's like a relegation party. It's like when Bolton went to Fulham and, everyone just had a party in the, everyone singing Allah. I know all the chants now. All the Moroccan chants. I don't even speak Arabic, but I just respect the local culture. And the likes of Ziyech and Hakimi, Romain Saiss at the back, and Rabat holding down the midfield. They've created what has been a special storyline behind the manager, Walid.
It might be 0-0 after 90 minutes, but what I'm going to say, after 120 minutes, 1-0 Croatia. And the difference will be that incredible man, Luka Modric.
And there is extra time for me as well. Morocco will score, but also will Croatia. 1-1, we go to extra time, where I truly believe there will be no goals between the 90 and 120th minute. It will go down to penalties, where Morocco beat the penalty kings, Croatia. Maybe there'll be a 1-0, which is possible each way. My firm prediction is 1-1 all the way to 120, and then penalties. And do you know what? Both teams, I think, will rotate. They're going to give, the youth more of a go. The problem with this game, we don't know who wants it more. A World Cup final is the biggest game in football. And if you want it to be a good game, 1 like equals 1 luck for it being a good game. And by the way, I'm wearing the Argentina shirt because a fan after their last win gave this to me at full time. Just out of kindness.
Theo.
I think it's because he won the giveaway and we gave him a Cat 1 seat, row D, right next to Messi. But still, look at this shirt. I always wanted the purple kit. And to be honest, in the final, I will be supporting Argentina. Do you know why? Lionel Messi. End this GOAT debate once and for all. I think if he wins a World Cup, you can't compare. You can't put them on the same level.
Well, the thing about this, Argentina have not won the World Cup since 1986, and that man Maradona, whereas the French, Theo, trying to become the first nation to retain the World Cup since Brazil in 62.
So talk to me about that Argentina team in 86. You were, how old were you?
I was 18. Theo.
18. So you remember this? You were watching this tournament. You were a big football fan then, right?
You know what? Politically, it was an interesting time because we'd been at war with Argentina in 82. So a lot of English didn't really want the Argentinians to do well. It was down to one man. That man's name was Diego Maradona. It was a very average Argentina team with one genius.
Seriously. And you also 100%. Said they won't win the World Cup. And we'll get to that prediction.
I never said that.
No, yes, you did. You've underestimated Argentina.
To some extent, Theo, in the quarter-final against the Netherlands, I was impressed by Argentina because of their fighting spirit, because they got a bit dirty.
Yeah.
And I learned something about Argentina that day. Sometimes you need that. And I'm not using that as an insult. I'm saying sometimes I want to see that passion, that fighting spirit. Yeah. And I saw that in the quarter-final. Argentina tried something different against Croatia. They tried the long ball, Theo. It led to the penalty. It led to them winning. So tactically, I think Argentina have been very, very sensible.
Look at how France got to the final. They've quietly done it. They're predators. They are the bad guys of the World Cup. Lucky wins against England, the referee, blah, blah, blah. People talking about that. They won't have many chances. They're not the best team. But if you give them a chance on the ball's knocking around the box, they're going to take it. Giroud, Mbappe, he'll create if he's not scoring. They'll find a way. They've got hard-working players like Griezmann, who does a lot for the team. Can we give respect to Griezmann? Yes. Because he gets disrespected at a club level. But my God, does he make the World Cup his playground?
He's had 2 brilliant World Cups. Remember 4 years ago, Harry Kane got the Golden Boot. Griezmann was the runner-up in the Golden Boot race. Griezmann, for me, has been one of the standout half-dozen players.
I think against Morocco, he had 4 big chances created. I think he got an 8 out of 10 on an app online. He was man of the match, but it's not about contributions. It's about what he adds to the team. I think the story could be about him in the final. Comparing the teams, I think the French are better. Yes. They've got a quick defence. They've got Varane, who's won a World Cup. And he's back here, Champions League Varane, people call him. Forget that. He's World Cup Varane. They've been here before. Didier Deschamps, back to back. They'll be the first team to do it since 1962 Brazil.
These two teams, Theo, have both got something called confidence.
Yeah.
And I saw that at both semi-finals. And by the way, in both semi-finals, the team with the least possession won. I had doubts about the French defence, but yesterday I thought the defence was superb.
But were they tested enough by Morocco? Because Morocco, I think, got their tactics wrong yesterday. They shouldn't have gone for something else. They had too much possession. They should have sat back, allowed France to play. I think the problem was when they did sit back, France scored early, and then they were like, oh my God, now we have to go for it. They have experience, and the players do not bottle it. And going off that, they are the favourites to beat Argentina, aren't they?
They are the narrow favourites. We saw for the first time a good French defensive display. I mean, obviously, Hernandez, Theo got the goal, didn't
How are we saying first? They're in a World Cup final. They've done this so quietly, haven't they? No one is supporting them as well. Yes. Because they won it last time, they're that nation that people don't really like. If you're French, you love France. Yeah. But if you're not French, you're like, they are the bad guys. They knocked out England and Morocco. I had association from this tournament with both of them. So, of course, I don't want France to win it, but you have to respect. I think my prediction is difficult because I think France are better. I think they've got a better 11. And I think they'll go into this game a little bit more calm. Yeah. Argentina know that there's a lot on their shoulders. Bringing Messi the World Cup home is a story that Maradona did. And knowing that history, and since they haven't had any success since 86, apart from the Copa America very recently, which they beat Brazil in the final, and a lot of respect to do that. I think it was 1-0, low scoring, got the job done. Could they do it against France? Possibly. Maybe the pressure might be too much.
The world's story is that Messi wins this World Cup. That is the story that almost everyone wants. Like you said, the French have been slowly going about their business, and I think they're the better team. Messi doesn't turn up, they lose. Full stop.
And let's respect Didier Deschamps. Got his tactics spot on, scoring an early goal against Morocco to kill out their style of play. They like to go into second halves at 0-0 and then start inviting more and more pressure and start building on them. French understood how to beat them.
Kylian Mbappe's been brilliant. In the group phases in particular.
Yeah, but not even when he's scoring in the group phases. He's creating. Both the goals were involved by him. Yeah. The second he got the assist. But the first, he was a sub-assister. Yeah. He's always involved. But it's because the defenders are thinking, crap, it's Kylian Mbappe, I need to defend the goal. Yeah. And then boom. He plays a pass that cuts open your whole defence and lets Kolo Muani score the second to kill the draw.
But this is
kill
the
the
thing.
draw.
And we saw it against England. The whole of the England team, the whole of the nation was talking about Mbappe, and then suddenly Tchouameni pops up with his long-range shot.
That's the
where
problem.
Did that come from?
Yeah, where's the Mbappe plan? We need a Tchouameni plan. Why are we allowing him to go through the legs of Jude Bellingham? The French, they go about their business and they do it quietly, but they're here now and they're favourites. So who are you backing to win?
I'm backing France there. Based upon looking at the squads, I think if Didier Deschamps and co can keep Messi quiet, they win this one. It could be a comfortable win. I'm going for 2-1.
What, with an early goal, similar to Morocco?
I'm not going to predict when the goals come, but I'm going to say 2-1 to France, and I'm going to say in the 90 minutes.
Who's the main man? Is Giroud scoring in a World Cup final?
I think it's going to be Griezmann again. I think Mbappe might get his goal.
Can we just say, before I give my prediction, let's look at history. They faced off in the 2018 World Cup, and it was a 7-goal thriller.
Yeah.
Argentina 3, France 4.
Amazing.
That game was madness. And you mentioned Kylian Mbappe scored. Well, he scored a brace in 2018. What's the difference between this Argentina team that lost and today? Instead of having Mercado and Rojo at the back, they've got Molina, Romero, and they've still got Tagliafico and Otamendi, but they're not going to get their tactics wrong. In the 2018 quarterfinals against France, they decided to play a high line against young boy Kylian Mbappe, the new boy on the block. I think they underestimated how much he'd destroy them. Yes, this is their hardest test, but I think they will sit back a little bit more. They'll allow Mbappe room on the ball rather than allow him to beat them with a high line if Mbappe beats them with pace, and that's a real problem. Yes, Mbappe might do some very nice skills. He might beat a few players on the ball, but I think overall Argentina are going to graft out Messi's World Cup, and they'll hit them early. McAllister goal, 1-0. The French are shocked, but eventually they will get back into it. Giroud will have a goal around just before half time, so we're going 1-1. Could go either way. Great game. French are probably better on paper, but the Argentinians are fighting for it. Second half, we're going to see loads of yellow cards. The game's going to become more fiery, but no goal. The first half of extra time, nothing's going to happen. The second half of extra time, Messi is going to take a set piece, and Argentina are going to score a scrappy goal. 2-1, game done. Messi wins the World Cup. Argentina do the same story like they did in 86. This will be an amazing game, and I am so glad that we're going to be there, and that is my prediction. Comment below if you think I'm crazy.
This is the blockbuster final in terms of the names and the reputations, but I'm going to be quite honest here. These are not two great teams. These are two good teams.
What, you think England could be here?
Could have been here. We blew our chance to some extent. I said that France-England game, the winner of this wins the final, and I stick with that.
Smash the like button. If we get 20,000 likes, my outcome will happen. If we get under 20,000 likes, your outcome will happen. Name me your Golden Boot winner. 5 goals, we've got Messi, and we've got Mbappe. 4 goals, we've got Alvarez, and we've got Giroud. Anyone can win this.
And do you know what? If Messi or Giroud win it, they'll be the oldest player ever to win the Golden Boot.
Messi to win the World Cup, but Giroud to be the Golden Boot winner.
I'm going Kylian Mbappe to score in the final and to win the Golden Boot.
But forget a Golden Boot. Who gives a crap about that if you've won a World Cup? Messi was asked the question, 5 Ballon d'Ors and 1 World Cup. He said that I don't even need to answer that. That's how much he wants it. It's his final World Cup, and he could end it on the perfect story. I think Ronaldo fans need to take a break from hating on this guy just for one day to appreciate greatness, appreciate the best. This is his time. No one is going to stop him.